So let's go with Virgo. 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 Well, the likes really don't matter here because it's not going to be here forever. Hello, creative guru. How are you doing? Trying to get on your kitty. Oh, oh, that's so cute. Oh, you did it. Okay, I didn't check it. All right, so let's see. So Virgos, 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 Virgos. You have Queen of Wands. So I guess you'll be really active. Maybe you have a girlfriend, maybe there is a clash, girlfriend, sister, boss of some sort, but you will be like, I mean, you will be on the horse. You will be kind of like figuring things out. It almost looks like that the sunny weather is really kind of like beneficial for you, and that's kind of like a really really something that you feel that you need to accomplish on your own. So you have a Nine of Pentacles. Here it is, Nine of Pentacles, that to me always screams Virgo. Kind of like well-organized situation on all fronts, and you're kind of like feeling that things kind of like can really work together. It's almost like treating yourself and feeling complete comfort. This doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have a partner, but it means that you are currently a little bit currently you're self-oriented. There's like really need to kind of like fill your cups and kind of like deal with your own energy over here. This is crossed with the stars reversed. Maybe you have Aquarius in your life. Maybe you have a Leo in your life. There's like something over here that you think is hopeless. Somebody's hopeless over here. But this is really good combination because Nine of Pentacles always tells you, you know, I kind of like shouldn't be going in this direction. It's being pragmatic, is being realistic, which basically is who you really are. And I really don't know if this simply means that your commitment, you find it's hopeless, or there's like not something, but not hopeless in a sense that you're longing for it. It's kind of like, I'm done with this, kind of like put a fork in me kind of a thing, right? That's kind of like what happens. And then here we have the Fool, which is kind of like that proverbial singleton, somebody who is really exploring everything and everything is interesting, and kind of like meeting different people, trying different things, learning different skills, and that's sort of like entire basis of this month, right? So you have lots of air, so needing yogic clearly. Your energy is coming through over here. It's kind of like showing. So from the past, there's like this Knight of Swords. Maybe you kind of like had a goal. Maybe this goal is still valid. Maybe simply this means that maybe you're abandoning something that you have started. But this also means that not enough research has been done. You have lots of air over here, and air is always talking about higher spiritual ideals, or ideas, and maybe conversations about a path. Usually talks about business planning over here, and so on and so forth. And then we have here Two of Swords, and Two of Swords is just crowning it over here. So it's the lady with a blindfold. So there is like some debate over here, even though you kind of like know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. There is like still a hesitation, because technically, again, this is with the new moon connecting with the 13 something of the month. Looks like this is a theme that something is going to really break around that time over there, because we have like these few things: new moon in Pisces. So first of all, March 11th, Sun and Neptune join. Then we have a March 13th, new moon in Pisces, and then Venus Neptune connection. Pardon me, conjunction means that they're very, very close. And also we have that Mercury will enter Pisces. So a whole bunch of cluster things. You know what they say, cluster fuck, pardon my language, you know that I don't like to swear. So what really needs to happen is that you really need to feel it. You're saying maybe things look good on the paper, but I really need a little bit more to add to all of it. Look, there's another 9. You Virgo are literally being Virgo. You're going to feel in your element. You're going to be well organized. You're going to be razor sharp, kind of like focused right on the spot. This makes no sense. I will not be doing this anymore. This makes sense. I will. So there is like this emotional comfort as well, kind of like having the glass of wine with yourself, if you wish, and really feel this is also kind of like, could be that you're single, but it could be that somebody's trying to romance you, and maybe this is kind of like fizzling out of some sort. Could be the air sign of some sort. There it is. You're showing up over here. You literally, this month, you're going to be living your sign. Each of us, when we are born, we have the sun sign, which is the transit, but we have a whole bunch of different kind of like elements that contribute. So think about it, all these trinkets and how we present ourselves to the world and what's happening that is showing up. So you are going to feel those elements very, very strongly. You're going to be finding if you're connecting to who you are properly, if you're connecting to your truth, and you're not going to want to debate anything at all. It's going to be kind of like, you know what you want, how you want it, and where you are going. And then maybe somebody enters your life. Magician also tends to be single, but look at how interesting this really is. You have a 9, and then it's a 0 and a 1. It's kind of like there is like this circle, and maybe this is why it's mirroring this like 2, even though these are way more important. It's like you have these major arcanas on your kind of like baseline, so you're really strong, you're really dedicated, you simply don't want to build, just like when you build a cake, if the bottom layer is not firm enough, it's not going to hold all the stuff and everything's going to get mushy. Your base layer is really, really strong. You're moving in a particular direction and you know what you want. Somebody on the outside will teach you some skills, and it's going to be something, you know, like, I mean, that you are missing, because generally we call for tell magician, it means you have everything you need. You don't. There is like a new cycle, new kind of like a role that you will play, new direction you will take, and you need to open yourself up to actually absorb, because you have reached the pinnacle most of the month. And I think for you between 9th and the 13th it's going to happen, that switch. So the beginning of the month is going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to feel really, really kind of like put together, which is really interesting, because Pisces and Virgo, like, you're the opposite, and usually when you go through the transit of the opposite sign, it's always turbulence, it's always kind of like seeing the shadow sign. For you, you are like saying just bring it on kind of a thing, right? And then you have like the 10 of Pentacles reversed. It's, you know, in your hopes and fears. Maybe certain things in family, they're not that great. Like, even if you're married, maybe you're like assessing the quality of this marriage, and sort of like what comes in, what comes out, if this is kind of like balanced out. This can also talk about therapy of some sort as well. I don't like the fact that the 10 of Pentacles is reversed, because there is a 9 of Pentacles, but this also can mean that each and every time you're thinking about, oh, in our relationships, oh, that means, well, now I have to put an effort and do all of these things, and like it's almost like some kind of barrier, or that you are going to meet somebody who kind of like simply maybe is not ready for dating, because they still are too engaged with their family to actually allow that space. And the older we are, the harder it is to find that space. So that's kind of like what kind of like needs to be kind of like assessed. And then you have a 6 of Cups, and 6 of Cups, again, it's really talking about Mercury retrograde, which is going to go until I think 15th, and that's when it enters Pisces. This is about taking care of the kiddos, taking care of the pets, maybe it's getting in touch with somebody from Facebook, old school book, that sort of things, or simply about reminiscing, simply about, oh, okay, you know what, like now you're feeling that emotional comfort. So this month is going to be actually pretty fabulous. Of course, you're going to have few kind of like roadblocks over there. Maybe your family is going to come up with something. Maybe your friends are going to come up with something. I would just tell you the best advice is like to open up to new experiences, to open up to kind of like everything that is really going on, because you will get a mentor or a teacher of some sort. So and this is also Mercury. Magician like is ruled with Mercury, so it can be Aquarius, it can be Pisces, right? And that kind of like you have those influences that are really really showing through. So it also could mean that you will either involve yourself with technology, or with some kind of like video, or some movies, or some kind of like historical creativity, and that person would kind of like guide you over there. And let's see your card over here. I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes, so that's why I'm talking fast. And there is also passion showing up here. I feel this passion is very much internal in your case, that you're going to feel that was the missing element, and now like I mean certain things are coming to the surface and are working out very very well. So there you go. There you go. I really hope, Virgo, that is going to be really interesting transition. It's almost like coming home. There is like a feeling of belonging, of comfort, of almost like certification. You're doing everything well. So just enjoy your transit. So that's going to be freaking awesome for you.